everybody, this is Ashley Jones. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use an image of your quilt to create a quilting design that will go around an applique or some other part of your quilt without quilting over top of that area you don't want quilted. So I'm going to be using an image of a quilt top that has an applique on it from one of our Facebook users, Robin O'Rourke. So I'm going to go to File and Load Backdrop, and I'm going to go to that location on my computer where I have that image, and that's this image here. And I'm going to click Open. And when it brings it in, it's not necessarily the correct size for creating our quilting design. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom out by double clicking my eyeglass tool here. And then I'm going to go to my backdrop tool and the arrow underneath that brings out this flyout menu. I'm going to say to define the scale. And this is not my image, like I said, that belongs to Robin, so I'm not 100% sure how large this is. So I'm just going to create what I think it is, but you would know the measurement of your quilt block. So I'm going to say from here to here, let's say that's, you know, a 12-inch area, and I'm going to click OK. And then now that adjusts my image to be the same size as my quilt block that I took the picture of. So I'm going to zoom back out so we can see everything. So now what we need to do is we need to do two things. We need to create a rectangle or a square for where we want our quilting to stop, and in this case it's this entire center area. So I'm just going to draw this rectangle using our artwork tool here. So I did artwork and rectangle, and then just click and drag to draw that. And then now I need to trace around the area that I don't want the quilting to go, so that we can combine those two to prevent the quilting from going to that area. So now I have a couple of options. I'm going to use my pen tool, and if you want, you can use your mouse to basically click points around the area that you want to draw. But I actually have a touchscreen computer, so I'm going to go to my Tools and General Options, and under the Digitizing tab, change my input mode to freehand. This will allow me to draw on my screen with my stylus. So now on my touchscreen computer, I've got my stylus, and I'm just going to quickly trace around this. This won't be perfect. I'm going to avoid going around it perfectly so you guys don't have to wait to see that, but you'll get the idea. So you're basically going to trace around the area that you don't want quilting to enter. Okay, and so now I've completed that. I'm going to choose my Select tool, and then I'm going to go to my Shape tool first actually, and I'm going to do a right mouse click and say Connect Path. That'll make sure that this is one complete path. And then back to my Select tool, and over here on my artwork area, I've got a little extra something there I just need to delete. So I should just have the artwork where we traced around and the artwork that's the square of the whole quilt block. So then I'm going to select both of those together, and on my toolbar I'm going to click Combine. And now with that still selected, I'm going to go down to my Effects tab and then choose the stippling option to fill that area. And turn it to 3D so you can see. And there you have it. We've created a quilting design that avoids those areas we didn't want to. You can also adjust the density to make this further spaced apart if you'd like. But there you have it. So now you would just save this design, hoop your quilt, and there's your design that's going to go around those particular areas. Since this is a 12 by 12 block and nobody has a hoop that big, you will have to split this design or either create smaller hoopings to fit the size hoop for your machine. Hope this helps with your Perfect Embroidery Pro.